I also got these right here, but you know, cats ain't got these, family. Them these are the official shorts from the Rucker. So,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you know.
That's a lot of sponsors on there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there definitely is.
Damn.
Yeah, Gold certified. Yeah, there's definitely a lot, but you know how New York does it.
Yeah, yeah. I know you was talking about the Rucker, right? You said there's something happening this weekend with the Dorchester Roxbury game. Wasn't that this weekend?
Yeah, that's actually gonna be that's real huge. That's gonna be real big. That's a good look for the city. I wish they make it into a tournament where it's more than just Dorchester beating up. I mean, getting beat down by Roxbury, but you know, if we can add Mattapan in there, we probably get like a Lynn team in there. Also shout out to them guys, you know, from mathematics, for, you know, and Crew Love for making this happen. Um, they got a lot of great sponsors also. But
who's that in the comments? And I can't see who it is.
I'm trying to figure it out now.
yeah, I can't see that either.
So obviously, welcome to the pre-show. This is just me and my guys kicking it, having a good time. Mitch, what's good, brother? I need to hit you up later on too. We got something to talk about.
Yeah.
But and matter of fact, while we're doing that, Mitch is doing something, right, little? Talk to me about
Yes.
that.
Actually, yeah. What is it? August 19th, Town Field, which is in Fields Corner. You know, my old stomping grounds over at the Blacktop Court, if I'm not mistaken. They're doing the book bag giveaway.
Yeah.
And that's for all ages. Anybody can come on down, you know, get your kids right for school, Mitch. And there's that's actually a lot of sponsors. Puma's part of that, Beantown Slam. Let me not, you know, Mitch Herc Skills and Drills. We got what? Novak Properties, BK Events Boston. We got From Deep, which is something I have never heard of before, but you know, that's what's up for them. And One Love, which I think is Jamal Warnham, who we had on the show a while back. Yeah. So that should be a good thing. And they're gonna have a 3-point contest for kids. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, 13 and under. So it's a good look. They've been doing, you know, a lot of good things in the city for the kids and for the community as a whole. You know, so anyone, you know, willing to sponsor, donate money, you know, hit my man up, Mitch Hercules. I'll get you later on his Cash App and his Zelle, whatever that is. You know, I'm not too fond of all these whatever, but you know, we can get that out to the people later.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. I think Mitch is one of those few cats in the city where, you know, he's always just doing something for the city, always doing something for the youth. You know, he's a real stand-up nigga, you know, real stand-up dude. So, I mean, I know Hightower, you can, you know, forego some of that steak and lobster lunch one of these days and donate some of that money. You know what I mean, to the good cause.
Yeah.
You didn't just hear him say Puma was one of the sponsors?
Yes. No, I said I want a Hightower to forfeit his steak and lobster. I'm not worried about Puma, nigga.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puma, obviously, man. Great job.
Shout out to Puma. Shout out to Puma. One day, I hope you know, my OTL can get that sponsorship.
Well, you got to grow into that.
Yeah. My old guys got to grow up. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They definitely got to grow up. You know.
Speaking of growing up, while we're in the pre-show, obviously, welcome to the pre-show. We appreciate you rocking out with us. Speaking of growing up, and I know there's a story that you gotta talk to us about. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the clip, and let's see what's really good with this. Now, pardon me if I run into
Jaden's room, and under the bed I found this, which is a squishy, sticky thing that I think is a pussy, and I think he's been sticking his little penis in it and using this. His Stroke It Right jack-off cream. He's sticking his little penis in his fake little pussy.
Come on, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
He said Stroke It Right. And was that live? Did she do that live? Oh, that's disrespectful. Oh my God.
That's foul, man.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, you know,
What,
like,
you don't like the toy? You got one?
well, first off, no, I don't, right? But if I was a teenage boy and I had that in my room, first off, I wouldn't want my mother broadcasting that shit on fucking social media, right? But second off, if he would have had some chick in the crib, there's a feedback. What's going on? Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I definitely hear it. I turned off my mic for a second.
Yeah, I hear this echo too, but whatever.
Yeah, just the point of it is just that, like, if he would have had some chick in his room, he would have been a villain. She would have called him out. She would have threw the chick out the house. It would have been a whole bigger thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Listen, come on, man. We was all young men at one point. Safe sex. This is just a path towards safe sex, right? So I don't have no problem with the young blood. I don't have a problem with the young blood.
Listen,
Whatever.
Man, he's just learning who he is, learning himself, man. It's like you should be praising that and not, discounting it, because he could be doing a whole lot of other stuff.
True.
Wrong.
True.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's too bad, man. That's too bad. And you know what it shows me? It showed me the immaturity in the mother.
Yeah.
So the immaturity in the mother. You know what I mean? Because rather than her using that as an opportunity to talk, kind of see what that looks like, educate maybe a little bit, she want to say, "Oh, it's stroke it right." No, that's what she want to get into. Come on, man. Now, come on, man. Come on.
Oh
man.
my God.
It makes me question when the last time she was stroked right. That's what it makes me question.
Well, it also begs the question, like, this is going to go left, but yeah, she's most likely not involved with anybody, right?
Yeah. Oh, guaranteed not. She's in there acting like a teenager. Oh my God, look what I found. Bitch, relax.
Yeah.
You sucked a dick or two in your life. Like, come on, man. Grow up and come on, man.
This is just uncalled for.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that, man. I don't like stuff like that, man. Because we was talking about another story. We won't get into it here. But I don't know what's with the recent wave of parents trying to embarrass their kids on social media. Like, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Is that I hate to go somewhere else, but is it a form of child abuse?
Well, I don't know. I think parents are trying to figure. Well, in some ways. Yeah. No, I don't think it's a form of child abuse, but I think in some ways parents are trying to find some way of kind of.
Child abuse is a stretch.
It's a fine line. It's
Yeah.
a fine line.
So
it depends on what the act is, but it's a fine line because it could be.
I disagree, bro. And this is coming from me. Y'all know my stance on this kind of stuff. I'm always like, nah, thug it out, nigga. You'll be all right. But
well, you can't beat these little motherfuckers no more. So I guess the other way is to sit here and try to embarrass them a little bit. I don't know.
I graduated Kuma Sum Laude in Beta Kid University, nigga. Like, I graduated with honors from Beta Kid University. Like, that's just how I grew up. But I think this is also a form of not physical abuse, but mental. I think it's kept mental, emotional. I think this is it.
Emotional,
And I know Hightower, you would tell me very clearly, you would be like, yo, Chuck, nowadays, physical and emotional abuse is just as damaging as the physical abuse that we may have gone through.
Yeah.
So I don't turn my back on this as being abuse. Now, again, I come from a different era where we had to kind of thug some of that kind of shit out. You know what I mean? But today's kids ain't built for that.
What was it that I seen? I think it was a stepmother, matter of fact. Stepmother had, stepson in the house. I guess he's been doing poorly in school. I guess he lied about something. He came home high. So she decided to take it upon herself to cut the kid's hair. Now, would you call that child abuse?
Well. So did he want his hair cut? How was that cut happening?
The cut was like George Jefferson. She gave him a George Jefferson cut, balded around. He had the little, old man look.
No, I think that's a form of abuse. There was no learning lesson there. You did that with the sole intent of embarrassing that kid. Would you agree, man?
Yeah, I mean, definitely to do that. And I believe I think I heard that story, Sammy. Was that his stepmom?
It was his stepmom. It was his
Was that his
stepmom.
real mother? I'll say that was his stepmom that did that. So yeah, I think off rip, like I don't know. That's why I think she should have waited till dad came home to discipline him versus her taking him.
We lost Maine again.
Yeah.
But he was about to make a good point. Well, actually, and I disagree. I don't know if I agree with that last point he was going to make in terms of having the. Listen, man, when you have these blended families, both parents who are in the home, their word has to mean something. Their role as a parent has to mean something. So if you're a step parent, that's a very difficult job, right? And so the last thing you'd want to have to do is be like, wait till your father gets home. That's not it's just, it doesn't empower the stepmother the way she should be. So I disagree with Maine slightly there, but this is a wild case in and of itself.
No, because I feel like that would have been the same response if it was the mother, not the stepmother. We got that when we was young. I'm gonna call your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And you
definitely
had to deal with what was going on when he got to the crib.
Right. But I think when Maine says that, when Maine brings it up, it's because of, and don't let me speak for you, Maine, certainly step in, but I think it's a lot to deal with the fact that she is a stepmother and not the real mother. There's a lot to do with, well, is that her place? You know, it's a lot to do with that. Am I speaking right, man?
Yeah,
but you know,
I mean, yeah.
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so to do something like cut the kid's hair on like and give him to George Jefferson, like on.
We lost the brother again.
Yeah. Now, what if the stepmother was the guardian? It was just, the mom was no longer in the picture. She may not even be here, and it's just the stepmom and the pops. And she's been taking care of this kid for.
And that's why I said I think that she has to be empowered to make parental decisions. This just happened to be a poor parental decision, but she has to be empowered to make parental decisions.
Yeah, because the way she acted, boy, it looked like she definitely was empowered.
Yeah,
because she was really giving it to him with the verbal. Don't ever come in here ever in my house. Yeah, she definitely was giving it to him.
That's too bad, man. I don't like stuff like that. Stuff I do like is this.
Yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic, yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Fellas.
Hey.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
The magic of show intro. Hey, what's good, brother?
What's the word, fellas?
We chilling, man. We just wrapped up the pre-show. Maine, what's good, King? High Tower, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I think we got a real grown adult show. We can hear you, man. You got us? We lost Maine again.
Maine's having a tough Friday.
Yeah, so, hey man. It's no tougher than his bracket. It's one of those things where we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
We'll wait till Maine come back.
Yeah, we definitely gotta wait for the brother Maine to get back. There he is. He's back with us. Let's knock out these shout outs because we do got a real grown adult show lined up today that I'm very excited to get involved with.
I'm feeling very childish today, but go ahead.
Well, don't go too far, bro. Let's make sure we keep it, So shout outs. Who was this? Hight or a man? I can't remember who it was. But Team USA. Talk to me about the USA and what they got going on and how that look.
Maine, you there?
What Team USA?
That might have been. Yeah, that might have been me. Let's see. Service has been crazy.
Yeah. We lost them again. Well,
congratulations, though.
Correct. Talk to me, Little.
You got to have a congratulations sent out to 19-year-old. I hope I'm not butchering her name. It seems like Athene Mu, which is now the first American woman to win the 800 meters since 1968.
God damn.
Yes. She's a very dark-skinned chick. She ran, if I'm not mistaken, she ran anchor in the in the relay.
Yeah.
Also, Allison Felix wins gold, which in the 4x400 meter relay, which is her 11th medal.
Allison is like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Hightower Payne. Allison is now holds the most medals of all time, right?
Yeah. More than Michael Johnson. Man. Yeah.
That's incredible.
A lot of black girl magic. And
the U.S. came back. They finished up with the largest gold count of the Olympics. So salute to the U.S. obviously.
Hey.
Olympics are always a great time. You guys know I love the races and stuff like that. So Olympics are always one of my favorite times of the year. Hightower, talk to me about Meg Thee Stallion. What she's working on.
She is getting to the bag, man. She's recently signed on with Calvin Klein. She's one of their underwear models, and for those that know, she's been she's been showing off for quite some time. So this is just a nice seamless transition from music to modeling for her, man. So shout out to Meg.
Nigga, we talked last week about artists being able to make a transition from releasing albums to doing something else as a side hustle. And that's how Rihanna ended up stacking all those bricks together. And then now it looks like, Meg might be trying to do something in that same vein. Hey, salute. The only thing that's missing from this story is some of the visual. I would like to see one of the ads. You said come on,
some of the ads. I mean,
that's not what I said. I said ads.
Same thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta grow up, man. Y'all gotta grow up a little bit.
You said it was going to be a childish show.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be an adult show, and you're taking it left, man. Hightower, happy born day to hip hop, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Come on, man.
Of course.
Yes,
come on, man. Yo, Payne, you the resident DJ. This is what you do. You won the Sparring Minds versus by accident. But talk to us a little bit about what one song defines hip hop for you. Like, what's that one joint?
Ooh, shit. Defines hip hop. The Bridge is Over.
Yeah.
It's braggadocious. It's a battle record, and it's flat out still like I'm coming for your neck, like, and it was a hit on top of it being a battle record. It was a hit because of how dope it was.
Yeah.
So definitely The Bridge is Over for me.
Yeah.
Hightower, where you at? What defines hip hop?
You got to go with the message, man. That song transcends generations, and as an adult or even as a kid, you don't think your adults may have had it as bad until you hear that song as an adult, and it's like, yo, they were going through the same things we were going through. Like that song is relevant today.
Yeah.
You speed the beat up and add some 808s to it. It's like a normal day around here, and those type of songs have been getting put out like on a regular basis over the course of these 40 some odd years. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little, what defines hip hop to you?
I don't know. One of my favorite hip hop songs is "Killing Me Softly."
Yeah, I don't judge it.
Yeah.
I don't judge it.
I just love the groove. The beautifulness of the song.
Yeah, I hear that. We lost Maine again. I wanted to get his thoughts on that. I think for me, so you got to go back to the essence of hip hop, right? I think me and Payne have had a little debate about this a long time ago in our sports group that we was in.
Well, who was right?
I think Payne added some things I didn't originally consider. How about that? But that's okay. Hip hop was boom bap.
Yeah.
Hip hop was spray paint. Hip hop was the way we dressed. Hip hop was break dancing. You think what I'm saying? That was hip hop. But I think that I fell in love with hip hop on the West Coast. And a lot of that started with me. It was Fuck the Police. Because it embodied the culture from people who weren't in New York City, right? So it didn't have to, like we all know hip hop was born in New York. We get it, right? But the rest of the country still had a story to tell. You know what I mean? And I think NWA, Fuck the Police, was telling a real hood story. You know what I mean? And it wasn't glamorized. It wasn't all the beautiful shit. This was really going on with it. So I definitely appreciated their interpretation of hip hop.
Yeah, just KJ Montgomery threw up there the symphony.
That was a hard joint too.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That was Marley Marl and them. Who wasn't that them on that record?
Yeah.
Marley Marl, Craig G, Master Ace, and Big Daddy
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah.
Yep. That was tough.
Classic stuff, man. So obviously, we're hip hop. We were all born and bred in hip hop. So salute to hip hop. And I got two more shout outs here. Well, let's talk about hip hop a little more. R.I.P. Chucky Thompson. So back to you, Payne. Talk to me. So for the younger ladies on the show who might be tuning in, for some of the cats who might not have known, what would I recognize Chucky Thompson from? What would be the thing I know him from?
Today, right? He was in Today, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it Today?
The group Today, I believe so.
Big Bub and
Big Bug and Chucky Thompson, I think, were the two frontmen for Today, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that.
1 minute.
Okay.
I could be bugging.
Let me see. Chucky Thompson.
Well, I know he was doing some stuff with Big. I know he did some. I know he did some stuff with Bad Boy. He had his hands in some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing with Today, but
he definitely had some bad boy ties, because I think
he definitely was.
He was one of the hitmen.
Yeah, one of the hitmen.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the hitmen.
Yeah.
He was one of the hitmen.
Oh, I'm thinking Chucky Booker, not Chucky Thompson.
Not Chucky Booker.
Yeah, Chucky Booker. Yeah, he was R&B singer.
Thompson was one of the hitmen. It was Chucky Thompson, Stevie J, D-Dot, and I think there was a fourth one. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, he was one of the hitmen.
Salute to the bro. He passed away. Obviously, condolences to his family and that kind of stuff. Let's stay on hip hop. Hightower, you was telling me about something I probably would never in the history of life care about. Lizzo is tagging Cardi B on a collab album. What's really good?
It's actually just a single for her upcoming album, and this is actually a big deal for both of them. I mean, for those who haven't been paying attention, female hip hop has been kind of on the, more to the forefront the last couple of years with, Cardi, Meg, obviously Nicki, but a lot of these up and coming, female artists are coming out and kind of flexing their muscles a little bit. And, Lizzo's one of them. She's, transcending hip hop and soul. She sings a little bit. So this is a big deal for her. This is going to be one of those joints that should, catapult her to, I don't know, Cardi and Bruno Mars type status, because this is that type of feature. She's already at the door.
Yeah, that's
and
big.
This feature is going to be one of those that like maybe open some more doors for her. Because for those who listen to her music, Cardi wouldn't be the first person you think that would, be in that room with her. But these last few female artists have been very collaborative in their work. So this is actually even bigger for hip hop.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm here for it. I guess I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Y'all know me and female rap. It's not really my thing. They're talking about things I don't talk about in real life, so I can't relate to it. So all I can do is relate to the success of the artist and relate to them getting their vision out. So I'm always behind that.
Yeah.
So that wraps up our shout-outs, unless y'all got anything else.
Nah.
I'm not gonna be childish.
You sure? I mean,
other than shouting out Pops for the upset, nah.
Shout out Pop for the upset in the bracket.
Are we gonna talk about these brackets?
The floor is yours, King.
I'm just saying, who did Pops beat? Pops was seeded what, 16?
Yeah, he was in the playing.
He was 65, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the playing. He was the last pick.
He was the last.
And he beat the unanimous number 1 seed.
Y'all can't do this to Maine, man. His service is choppy today. What y'all doing?
Well, his service is chopped just like Pops just chopped motherfucking Tony Soprano. It is what it is.
This thing is petty.
Yeah, wins.
I can't hear you, King.
Come on, that's terrible.
This dude is petty.
Don't worry, I see you in the chip, cuz.
I really can't believe.
No, you won't.
Yeah, we can't nothing Maine saying. That's messed up, bro.
I mean, there's no defending it though. So
He's been eliminated also. He's been eliminated along with Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, salute to everybody who's getting their votes in. We obviously appreciate that. And we got some more matchups rolling out next Monday, so y'all stay tuned for that. And
yes, please
to
do.
the second round, and it should be a good time for sure. So I know, fellas, we had some other things as the appetizers for this show. But I want to spend the bulk of the show talking about this, right? And so let me start with a quick story. There's this young lady who was at home and receives a letter in the mail, which is actually an invitation to a wedding, right? The invitation to the wedding allows her to bring a +1. The caveat is that the wedding is in Europe. The couple wanted to spend a couple of bucks, have their wedding overseas, do something really nice, right? So she sends back the reply like, yes, I'd love to be a part of your wedding. It's going to be a beautiful opportunity. Please consider me and my +1. They finalized that. It's dope. This young lady, let's call her Tasha. So Tasha, brings her +1. They buy flights to Paris. They get a hotel stay for Paris for 4 or 5 days or whatever the case may have been. They go to the wedding. The wedding was immaculate. There was smoke and diamonds and all this kind of shit everywhere. It was a very amazing opportunity. At the end of the wedding planner passes around envelopes. Right? So the envelopes were to be used for cash gifts to the bride and groom. Now, this wasn't mentioned to Tasha. Tasha didn't realize it. And so she said, oh shit, there's an envelopes coming around. We need to figure this out. Her +1 was like, yo, I got $25 in my pocket. You can definitely have that. So she's like, cool, let's take that. Let's put that in there. And when I get back home, I can go to the ATM. I can send them a larger check. We can work it out, right? They put $25 in there, et cetera, et cetera. And I guess that from what I read in the article, the envelopes were pre-named, right? So there was no confusion about who gave who what. So Tasha, they get the envelope back. Thank you. This is such an amazing night. They go back to the hotel. They pack up. They fly back home to the U.S. Tasha's like, cool, bet. Let me go to the bank. Let me get a money order. Let me send this over to them. On the way to the bank, she gets a phone call from the bride. Bride says, "Hey, did you have a good time at the wedding?" Tasha, "Oh yeah, the wedding was amazing. You guys, you look so beautiful. I'm so thankful that you invited me." Yeah, because I know I was looking at your gift, and then by the gift that you said, it didn't appear that you had a good time at the wedding, so I wanted to double check. So what the fuck was you talking about? Right? She said, "Well, the dinner was $150 by itself. So you only gave a $25 gift. I just assumed that you were upset. Something about the event didn't go the right way. You weren't happy." Tasha hang up on the bride. Get the fuck out of here. I was going to send you a check, you raggedy bitch, but now I'm not sending you a motherfucking thing. What's the villain in the story?
Bride, easy.
The bride.
Bride, for sure. The bride.
For a few reasons.
Talk to me. I'm here for the reasons.
One, you shouldn't be expecting gifts when someone spent $5 to come to your wedding. That's first and foremost, in my opinion. Anything on top of that is a plus, and you should just be appreciative that you got it. Because if you didn't have that type of a wedding, you might have gotten a better gift.
So I've been doing a lot of research on this today, and there's etiquette, right? And I told you about my struggles with etiquette, but there's an etiquette that, as a guest of a wedding, you have to go there with a gift equaling at least the cost of the dinner. So let me ask you, Payne, and I'm gonna wrap this around. You have a wedding coming up soon. Is that etiquette that you understand and will enforce at your wedding?
I never even knew about that rule, so I ain't know. So, no, I don't expect it. Like, and even if I did expect it, if someone didn't do it, I wouldn't call them on it. Like, that's almost like she was calling her to check her. Like,
Yeah,
that's some ungrateful shit.
Yeah, I agree. Little, you got a wedding hopefully coming up here for us to come to attend. Hopefully you can settle down and find somebody who would put up with your ass.
Mm-hmm.
During that wedding, is this the kind of conversation that, I mean, where are you with it? Talk to me about it.
For the folks at home, I would have hung up on him by now, but since we're doing a show, I got to be grown up for this one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It is ungrateful. First of all, I spent $5 just to come out there. I've never heard about, there's a certain amount of money that you have to pay based on the dinner. I never heard that ever. Maybe that should have been something that was sent in the invite. I don't know. I can't call it. But I can't call it, man. I would have hung up on it too, man. Called it a day. She got what she got.
Do you remember how much you spent per head at your wedding? Now, this is many moons ago.
No, because we didn't have one.
Oh, you didn't have an official wedding?
Nah.
Yeah, me neither. And we're actually gonna have a 10-year celebration
to avoid all this stuff.
Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here!
For real?
No. That's not why we. That's not why we didn't have.
Hell no.
It was just, planning and finances, and you say, you know what, let's just skip all that, and we'll come back to renewing vows at a later date or something. So that's still on the agenda at some point. We have to just figure out when.
We're gonna do that for sure for our 10 years. I think 2023 we're gonna do that. So I look forward to that. Kind of having these same kind of conversations in real life.
Do I get an invite this time?
Yes, you'll get it.
Okay, I get it.
Don't come to the wedding empty-handed.
Facts. Don't come with $25, nigga. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Well, how many guests will I be able to bring?
Nah, nigga, you're gonna get a +1 and that's it. Don't put in no +7. Come on, man. Pardon me, y'all. My contact's fucked up. I apologize.
So there's rules to this wedding.
Well, and that's what I learned today, is that there's rules to this shit. So I wanted to go over some of those rules with y'all.
Okay.
So I was on Facebook earlier this week talking about what a man can wear to a wedding as a guest, right? So, Payne, as we just said, your wedding is coming up soon. If I show up to your wedding with a white jacket on, am I a villain?
I don't see why you would be. That's one of those unwritten rules that I don't understand, like the wearing white after Labor Day shit. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. And I don't care about those unwritten rules, man. Like I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to, but I never have cared about that kind of bullshit.
I'm not good with rules. Wearing
So-
white?
So is it? Do you see a problem with that little wearing white to somebody else's wedding as a guest?
No, I should be able to wear as long as I come and I present myself well. I'm not in some trash. Like I don't see the problem with it. Shit, I might come in some hot pink shit. I don't know.
Oh, nigga, here we go.
Well, the one unwritten rule I think is that you're not supposed to upstage the bride and the groom, right?
Man, I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah, but if you're wearing something that's drawing attention to you and not her, you're gonna catch some flack for that.
Man, I'm trying to find a bride.
Yeah, you're gonna find a bride at someone else's wedding.
Why not?
You ain't gonna find her wearing pink.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Listen, I can dress in anything I want. You know what?
Sure you can.
I'm not.
But if you're trying to go to the wedding to find find yourself a bride, and you upstaging the bride of the wedding you're attending, these women are gonna see that. They be like,
That's the whole plan.
He ain't got no couth.
Yeah, that's true. So then the next question I had for you regarding this topic, and this is a nice topic for me. I want to talk about this because, like I said, I got something coming up. I know Payne's about to walk into the eye of this storm, so I wanted to kind of have a conversation about it. So the other thing was, if you're a +1, or maybe even a guest, it could be either one. You're a guest of the wedding, right? But you're not a part of the wedding party. Can you wear the same color as the wedding party?
No.
I wouldn't say. I'd say not completely. Like if your accessories and stuff like that, like you wear a gray suit with like blue or something like that in it, or purple, and they wear like purple. That's one thing. But if you come in a purple like suit and they're wearing like purple, like nah, that's too much.
Really?
See, I got an issue with that because first and foremost, they don't give us instructions on what color they're wearing. We're not informed on what they're wearing. You may just showed up that way.
Nah, you know what they're wearing.
I've never seen an invite say what they're wearing. I've never seen an invite like that.
I've never seen it.
You may not see an invite that says what they're wearing, but the invite is going to be themed towards the style of the wedding. So if you see a certain color on that invitation, there's a 90% chance it's probably going to be color to use for the wedding.
Well, then they just shit out of luck. They shit out of luck because I'm coming in whatever for now. Just because you said that, any invite I get, come on, you put black on it. I'm wearing black. Whatever you put on it, I'm in the wedding party.
I didn't even think you had to put colors on the fucking invitation.
I didn't either. Never heard of it.
No, you don't have to, but it's just one of those things where that save the date and all that stuff. It's a thread. It starts there and it goes through till you get to the big day, and it's like, oh, that's where the colors came from. It's not like a random invitation and then a random save the date and then it's something different for the wedding. No, there's usually a little consistency there.
You know what's so crazy? Like when I look at my mom and pops' wedding picture, everybody, all the men wore black suits, including the people that were in the chairs. There was no colors, like they're all wild nowadays. All the men wore either black or they wore blue suits.
Or brown.
Yeah, maybe or that ugly ass brown.
In those days.
Yeah.
Sure.
So keep it there.
So I don't get it.
So Amp wants us to live by a certain boxed in structure. He don't want niggas to do nothing special.
No,
you know what?
No, that's not completely true. Do something special. Just don't upstage the bride, man. That's it.
Well, how are we upstaging the bride? I just don't get it.
If you're getting more attention than she is, you're upstaging the bride.
Yeah, you come in there in a banana yellow pimp suit with a big ass fedora, like a fedora with a purple feather hanging out the shit. Everybody gonna look at you like who let the mask in here and the bride's up
Yeah.
there?
You get drunk and act a fool, upstage the bride. You're gonna catch some hands from somebody.
So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Oh shit, yeah. Hopefully,
Well, I can fight. I don't.
we talked earlier about this chick with the $25, right? You guys mentioned that it's a little tacky, it's a little low. You weren't aware of the gift equaling dinner. So when you have your weddings, what's a minimum gift that you're like, thank you, I appreciate that. Nothing else needs to be said. Like, what's the comfort line? If 25 is too low, what's the comfort line?
I mean, I'm not sure what I would set as an expectation to receive as a gift, but whenever the wife and I attend these type of functions, we go in with the mindset of, at least 100. Like that's because these people are starting their lives together, so they need something to help build that foundation. So you have an audience of 50 to 100 people, and they all get that. That's essentially helping them pay for the wedding or the house or whatever that next maritable move they make together.
Payne, where you at with it?
I agree with Hightower, and even sometimes you might be able to find a really nice gift for like $50, but that's rare.
Yeah,
I think $100 is good.
Yeah, they don't have a registry, cash.
Yeah,
Little, you agree?
I think that's the best thing with these weddings. If they have a registry, then you can just go right there and just buy, and you don't have to worry about the money amount. But yeah, I agree. Maybe $100 because they're gonna spend a pretty penny on everything that's going on. So 100 and above.
Man, you back with us, bro? I'd like to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, definitely no lower than $100. I'm sure my lady would kind of concur to that.
One of the things that I always hate, and it's not necessarily tied to weddings, but it's just a good example. I don't like cash gifts. I don't like giving cash gifts, and I think it's not personal enough, right? Like, I always want to give you a gift that's like, yo, like, you invited me to the wedding because you fuck with me because I know you, we rock. You know what I mean? Like, here, let me give you something that's personal. No, I'm not gonna give you no motherfucking blanket, right? But let me give you a gift that you'll be able to use towards you. So absolutely going to the registry. Absolutely kind of finding something there that you guys agree that you need. But
how personal is that though? If they're choosing the gift for themselves.
I'm taking the greater of two evils because I don't like either one.
Okay.
I don't like either one. And I'd like to just be able to say, yo, I'm bringing you this. I'm bringing you a matching watch set. That's what I'm bringing. You see what I'm saying? And so when you rock those, you think about us, you think about me and Faye. It wasn't on your list. It's not cash, but it's nice. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no bullshit. You know what I mean? But I think the cash is so impersonal, B. It's like I want you to remember that I was there. That's all. That's the wrong thing. So if I brought you and your lady a watch, I'm like, here you go. I appreciate y'all. I love you so much. Watches are value over $200, $300 a piece.
Yeah.
Right? But it ain't
and some of the values go up.
Right.
Yeah,
but it ain't about that. It's about I'm giving you a token of love as opposed to just a handful of cash. That's acceptable?
You got to know the audience.
Yeah.
Don't bring me no watch.
See, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like, come on, man. This is a personal situation. Like, I want it to be personal. That's all.
Yeah, I have 2 watches that I wear. The next one will be, I don't know if it's a gift that I get myself or maybe the wife gets it for me, but you buy me another watch, it's going to sit there with the other watches I don't wear. So,
nigga, wear it. Get the fuck out of here. And got Rolexes he don't wear in the back, nigga. That's some rich man shit, man. Grow up, bro.
I don't know who that was earlier. They just wrote on there that, it's appreciative if you do give the money gift because you don't know how much they actually spent on the event. So it's actually probably money that they're recouping, basically.
Y'all know me, man. Not everything's about money. Not everything's about finance, man. I want to be able to, give you something that's going to remind you of me as we move forward. That's all.
You give them that $600 that you would have spent in that watch. They remember you.
Definitely would.
No, they won't. They'll burn through that $600. Next question.
I thought we've been growing up here.
I'm trying to. You won't let me be great, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Pictures. So nowadays, everybody's hiring these big, expensive photographers, and you know, to film and capture the moments, right? Are you a villain if you go? So I was told today, at a wedding, you shouldn't even take your cell phone out to take pictures. But seeing if you do, are you a villain to release those pictures that you took with your cell phone before the professional pictures are released by the couple? Talk to me, Maine. What do you think? Oh, did we lose Maine? All right, Payne, you back up, King.
Yeah, I would say not for taking the pictures, because I think that's just dumb. You should be able to take pictures, but releasing them before the couple does, yeah, I would just hold on to those.
Nigga, there's so many rules, bro. Are you kidding me? Little, talk to me.
Man, fuck these rules. I don't have a problem with it. I want all the pictures. I mean, shit, you might have took a great shot, that the cameraman didn't get. So I want everything. I don't care. You posted up there. You was there at my wedding. It is what it is.
Hightower.
I don't think there's anything wrong with taking photos. I think where you run into trouble is where you post before the bride and groom.
Yeah, but do you have a problem with it?
If I'm taking pictures of myself in my company, me and my wife, that's on us. But if I'm taking pictures of them on their day and they haven't released any photos yet, nah, you can't do that.
I ain't going to no. I'm not going to no weddings. I ain't going to no more weddings then, if that's the case.
I'm gonna be in trouble like a motherfucker at every wedding because I don't know these rules, me. Like I don't know what the etiquette is. So I'm taking selfies with the behind me, like, look, cheese. I don't give a fuck about it.
No, like I said, the photos is fine. It's the posting that gets you in trouble.
Well,
yeah, this shit's wild.
I'm with you. I don't know these rules because I can't remember the last time I was at a wedding as a guest. I've usually been there as a DJ. And FYI, just don't hire me to DJ your wedding reception because that just, I swear, 90% of the people's receptions I DJ that got divorced.
Oh, no, man.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
What the fuck kind of curse is that, Payne?
I don't know, but I'm the anti-wedding DJ. I think only 2 couples done made it.
Jesus.
So
don't take that hurt on, man. That's not you.
well, y'all know y'all not having Payne at you guys is re-up in the next couple of years. Y'all, he can just attend as a guest.
Yeah, you coming as a guest, nigga. That's it. Just be there.
I'm done anyways. I'm just showing up as a guest. No more wedding DJ.
Fuck that.
I mean, they mad that I took them pictures. They can just send me back my gift.
Oh, your little $100? Nobody cares about $100 now.
Okay, then send it back.
I have another question. So, you have received an invitation to a wedding, right? And not only that, but you've been asked to be a part of the wedding party, right? Maybe not the best man, but the second guy down, or whatever that case may be. Is it rude to decline that invitation? If you just want to go and rock out, you just want to be at the wedding as a guest. You don't want to be a part of the show. Is it rude to say, thank you, but no thanks on the invitation to the wedding party?
Is it rude?
Is it rude?
I don't think it is.
It's not rude, but how do you define that? I feel like people want to be in that position. So to decline it and say, "Oh, I'd rather not," maybe it's a financial burden to them as opposed to that would have to be the only reason, I think. or they don't rock with the other guys in the party.
I mean, but
that's happened.
Yeah, that's real life though.
That's definitely happened. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. Yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen that as well.
Being part of the party means you gotta do things. You gotta plan. You gotta travel. You gotta host. Like it's involved.
Yeah. Not only that, you got to rent a tux. Like there's other financial burdens that you may not have had to think about. You know what I mean? Like you could have just came in the suit you had in the closet, nobody would care about it if you sat in the back. But now you standing next to the groom, you got to spend $150 on the tux, $200 on the tux.
What about the issue of you being in the wedding party, but your +1 is actually on the other side that's not in the wedding party? Now you got to sit up on stage with whoever else is, you matched up with all day.
Yeah, that's real. And that's happened to me in real life as well.
Yeah.
That happened to me. And so let me tell you a story about that. I don't mind telling you a real life story. It's real shit. So Faye was early in our relationship. She was part of a wedding party, right? And so she invited me as her +1. And I went and I wore some kind of suit. And at the dinner, she said, "Hey, come sit with us." I said, what in the wild world? What are you talking about? So of course, at every wedding, they have the party table, the bridegroom and everybody in the party. Well, I was sitting by myself. I didn't know anybody else there. We were from out of town. It was her family's wedding in like Carolina or something like that. So I got there and I was I was content sitting in the back, taking pictures and just, doing my own thing on a random table. She sees that and comes and gets me like, "Hey, come sit with us." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going up there. That's dumb rude." Correct?
Not if she comes to get you.
Yeah, not if she comes to get you, because at that point,
wow.
She probably cleared it already.
Yeah, at that point, she's probably all done with her task for what she had to do up there for the day.
No, but it was during the dinner, and I don't make no special concessions for me. You know what I mean? That you had to go to the wedding, the bride and groom, like, "Hey, do you mind if?" That's crazy on their day. They're making special concessions for me. That's wild.
Yeah, she made that for herself. You think she wanted to eat by herself?
Yeah.
She was up there with the wedding party that she agreed to be a part of.
Yeah, but she went with you.
Yeah, what she agreed to do.
So either she leaves the party to come sit with you, or you got to go sit with her.
Thank you, Payne. These niggas act like
it's definitely an awkward situation to be in on either end.
No, it's awkward for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Hey guys, how you doing?
You got a random chair in front of the table.
Yeah, come on, man.
You got your back to everybody else.
Yeah. See, y'all niggas laughing. I'm trying to avoid that dumb shit. Like, fuck this. I'm not doing that. That shit was wild. Anyway, okay. But so speaking of +1, we're talking about the +1, right? You get an invitation. And the invitation is for you as an individual. Is it rude of you to add a +1 to the invitation when you send it back?
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't add a +1 on there, because you gotta understand that they may have only had enough money for a certain amount of people. So if they gave you an invitation and it didn't have a +1 on there and you didn't call them, yeah, it's rude to sit there and just bring your own person up there. Because I mean, there may not be a place set for them. Now what?
Well, no, I mean, this is a case where you sent me the RSVP in the mail. I took out my pen and just put, Chuck plus.
Nah.
And I'm gonna send it right back to you and say, "No, Chuck, you can stay home too."
Yeah, you don't do that.
You can't do that, guys.
It's like going to someone's crib unannounced with a group of people. It's like, "Yo, Hight, I'm about to come through." All right, bet. You show up with 10 dudes. Like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting this. What's this?"
Yeah.
Now y'all gotta sit outside and we gotta talk in the front stoop.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, no, this is not that. This is a case where it's like, yo, all right, I just got with this girl 2 months ago. I love her. We're gonna have kids. I want to bring her to the wedding. You don't know her yet, so you didn't include her, but I know she's the one I'm gonna be with forever. Of course I gotta bring her, or I'm gonna deal with some shit at home.
So, but it's your fault.
Don't go.
If you call her, that's fine. I mean, if you call, ahead of time, that's fine. That's like, so quick story, right? Me and wifey went on a fishing trip the week after the proposal and shit with my cousin Tyrone. And I'm pretty sure he won't mind me name dropping, but so his girl, when we started talking about the engagement party, his girl, who's fairly new, got mad because he didn't bring her.
Oh,
Had
I
he
was there
brought-
for that. Yeah.
Had he brought her, I didn't calculate her being in there, and I'd have been like, "Yo, T, the fuck," you know what I mean? So he's thinking ahead of that. So and like he was like, "Yo, I didn't even think to call," and like it's fairly new, and he's like, "Nah." So,
But she felt away.
she did, yeah. But,
Oh yes.
And so now she feel away. So now he got to deal with that shit at home.
But see, I mean, like,
That's on her.
yeah, that's what I heard because it's rude for him to just assume,
Yeah.
I'm a +1 without calling ahead. Like, had he called ahead and told me, like, he's bringing someone, I'd have been like, all right, whatever. But if he just pops up with someone, I'm like, who the fuck is this? And my rude ass will say, who's this?
Yo,
Like,
Payne, you rude as shit, bro. You
Like,
can't say
don't-
that.
I'm shit.
Why not?
A stranger to my house and be like, yo, who this? Like, I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, if it's someone I know, I mean, that's fine. But like, you bringing a stranger to my who this?
Yeah, and then cash envelopes go missing. Come on.
Yeah.
You take shit to the extreme, bro.
Hey, shit happens. Yeah, that's the only way to combat that. You call back and be like, hey, you sent me this invite. Can I bring this person? And you get that yes or no. I mean, that's the best way of going about it.
All right, we talked about the +1 and trying to add in your own person, whether it be a significant other or some new girl. You and your lady get an invitation for the wedding, right? And through conversation with family, you realize, oh shit, grandma didn't get an invitation. Can you invite grandma?
No.
Huh?
It's not my event to invite anybody to.
Nigga, that's grandma.
Wait, whose
Maybe-
event is this again?
You get an invite from your cousin.
You gotta invite grandma. Y'all all
Thank
be
you.
fucked up.
Thank you, little.
See, that's different. This is grandma.
No.
Unless that person has an issue with grandma and there's a family beef, then there's something different. But if y'all just forgot, y'all gotta bring grandma.
No. Don't get me wrong. Grandma should be invited, but it's not my place to invite her because it's not my event. So if grandma's gonna have any anger towards anybody, it's gonna be towards the host.
Yeah.
No, grandma's gonna be upset at every motherfucker at that motherfucking party. Stop it. First of all, when y'all little snot-nosed little niggas was young, y'all mamas used to drop y'all off here while y'all was at Party Cafe and Slades. And no. You can't fucking forget grandma.
Nope.
Grandma coming. Grandma coming in my car. Because I want those. Because grandma's gonna make me a special dinner because she's gonna be like, see, at least he looked out for me. Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
But see,
Fuck that.
You can get that without. Well, you still got to cause an issue by doing it. I'm gonna do exactly what I used to do when I was little. When motherfuckers would fuck up, be like, "Man, I told him." Like, nah, I'm not. Now I'm her favorite, and I'm gonna still get my special dinner because I was like, I told him, Grandma.
But come on, you showed up without grandma still.
Fact.
So
Yeah,
how much of a
You ain't no better.
Grandmother will understand that. Like, oh, it's not your event. You can, but it that motherfucker didn't invite me. Like,
Yep.
No, that's
No.
false. That's false. Grandma gonna be like, hey, grandma, how you doing? I'm just now getting back home. I missed your call. What's going on? Oh, you missed my call. What was you out there doing? Oh, I went to Tasha's wedding. Oh, you went to that little ass wedding? Not
that little ass wedding.
Yeah, with that little ass wedding. Now grandma feel away, B. You ain't get me mixed up in that. You ain't get me mixed up in that, son. No chance.
I don't want
You gotta
no
bring
beef.
grandma, man.
I don't want no smoke.
When you got important family members like that, I'm gonna assume it's an oversight.
Nah, grandmas be messy.
Look here, go Hightower, man.
Yo,
Grandmas be messy.
Jesus Christ.
You don't want no drama at that wedding.
yeah, they'd be like, I don't like that little ass girl any damn way.
Because then who you gonna
I told him about that.
which table you gonna put her at?
Anyway.
I told you not to marry that motherfucker.
Nah.
So that's my nana 100%. Like, nope. Yeah, nah.
Oh shit! All right, so we talked about no to Nana, even though I disagree.
Yeah, y'all know the grandmas y'all want.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's Let me hit the last question, then we'll get out of here. But I'm glad we had this talk, fellas. I appreciate it.
You got some weddings to attend coming up?
I do. I have one in October. Well, COVID pending, but I'm almost sure we're gonna end up going. But I think it just, we talked about Payne's recent celebratory situation. It's just, I'm happy to talk about weddings. I think, it's just one of those things that Black men don't talk enough about, right? But the missing etiquette pieces here are important. The fact that we don't know a lot of this etiquette stuff, I bet if you pulled your lady on the line, she'd be like, yeah, nigga, like, of course. Mm-hmm. And so it's just something to think about as we move forward. So the last thing is that your favorite cousin, you send them an invitation. Yo, I can't wait to get you on my wedding, bro. It's going to be an amazing time. The bachelor party the night before is going to be incredible. Please bring the wife. Please bring the wife. But your favorite cousin in the history of life got 2 kids, 2 and 4. There's some bad motherfuckers. Are you rude to tell your favorite cousin and any other guests down the line, don't bring them fucking kids to my wedding? Adults only 18 plus.
Is it rude? No, not rude at all. Smart.
Not rude at all. Stay home with grandma.
Yo.
Now y'all really be on some shit, boy. Now y'all really know grandma gonna be on some shit.
Oh. Stuck at home with them badass kids.
Grandma gonna fuck y'all up.
Yeah, you got her pressure all up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think it's rude, especially if the kids are known to be bad. Like, cause I tell people in a minute, which is probably why people don't let me babysit their kids too often. I whoop someone else's kids quick. You leave them in my care, they acting up.
Yeah.
My house, my rules. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I was talking to Faye about it. And Faye, y'all know Faye. She don't mind saying fuck them kids. She's kind of like, But, I always kind of say, I think the thing I told her was like, if it's something like that, if you're responsible, and you're setting up the wedding correctly, and you got family coming, and they got kids, set a room aside in the back. Have one of the young 18-year-old cousins go in the back and watch all them kids while the celebration is going on. You know what I mean? Let them come. You still want them a part of the pictures. It's still dope to have them there. But not during the motherfucking ceremonies, not during the motherfucking receptions. Let them do their own thing in the back. Because I seen some fucked up wedding videos where niggas are like, yeah, I do, but all you hear in the background is some 3-year-old yelling and screaming. And it's wild. But meanwhile, you spent $2,000 on a professional videographer. The whole video fucked up. Because all you hear is that baby screaming. You don't hear nothing but the pastor saying. So it's crazy. It's a crazy case.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, I just wanted to chit chat about that. I appreciate it. Salute to our brother Maine, man. I wish we could have been here. I know him and Rich are going to end up on that journey sometime soon. And we're happy about that. But Little, man, hit us with the maritime. Let's get us out of here, brother.
Today's maritime is just probably a little lecture. We talk, and I emphasize talk. Like, this is a great village. But, I don't see a lot of that, talk put into a lot of action. And, we have a lot of events, a lot of things that go on here in Boston. And, there's a lot of things that, it's just, I don't see a lot of people like donating and helping out our community unless they're getting something back in return, and I don't know. We just, I just think we need to just throw some of that talking away and just get into doing. Just get into doing. So with that, hopefully a lot of people come out. They be at the what is it, the 3-on-3, well, the 3-point contest and the book bag giveaway for Mitch Hercules over there at what's that, Town Field. We have the Crew Love there's a lot of things going on. Like, let's get back to the community.
Perfect.
Word.
Perfect mirror time. I love it. Yo, Sparring Minds next week, season finale. We'll make some
Damn it, that
announcements.
time already?
Yeah, man. Season 3 is almost in the books.
I'm on vacation early.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna surprise y'all with some shit, so y'all stay tuned for that. As always, if you want to join the show, hit us up. We're always open to having you guys on the show. Until then, you already know who I am. It's the boy Charlie Russell.
Hi. I'm Sam Little, Mr. Maritime.
And it's your boy DJ Payne. I want to send a big rest in peace to my homegirl Aisha that got killed.
Yeah.
Like, I forget what day it was this week, but yo,
probably like 3 days ago. Yeah.
It took me 2 days to calm the fuck down because my mouth was real reckless for about 2 days. But y'all motherfucking cowards that's out here shooting at each other and can't solve beef with your hands, go sit the fuck down somewhere, man. Because y'all took an innocent person's life that don't do shit.
Yes, definitely. She was at every basketball game that I could think of. Like, she's always around.
They're always positive. No bullshit.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Asia.
I'm gonna leave the floor open, man, because I think that's something to discuss. I mean, I don't know where y'all are with it. I didn't realize how personal it was to y'all, your situation. But I don't know.
She just was a good-hearted person. Like Sammy said, she was always around basketball. Back when I had hair, like she used to braid my hair and shit like that. But like, she was just a good person, like a heart of gold. Wouldn't mess with nobody, like and. Like, she had 2 little girls.
Yeah.
They're not little no more, but she had 2 girls, you know what I mean? And, like, she was just at an after party trying to have a good time, and supposedly someone rode up on a scooter, let off in the party, you know what I mean? And she got hit.
This was down in Mattapan, right, Payne?
Yeah. Like, there's a vigil going on tonight. I wanted to go, but I had to work. I couldn't get down there, so. But y'all got to cut that shit out, man. This shit's just crazy, man.
What do we do to combat some of the stuff that's going on out here in these streets? Like, what can we do?
That question's been being asked for 40 years now.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely going to stress it a lot with the grown men that are in my, in the OTL. I'm going to keep pushing that these guys need to reach out to some of these younger guys, put some more talk. Just do more for the community because, it's on us to kind of set this thing right.
Yeah. And that was going to be my thing. Isn't that it's about leadership, right? It's about your OGs. It's about the people you look up to. And if they see that violence, if you're using violence as an answer to solve problems, and that's what they're going to do because that's all they know. You know what I mean? And in this case, in Mattapan, 10 motherfuckers who got shot that night or something like that. It was some,
Five got hit and were injured, and she was the only one that got killed, I think.
Yeah.
To date that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But your statement, Chuck, it's a quote that I had a couple years ago. I put as a status, like, if you're out here watching younger dudes under you do the same dumb shit you did, you're not an OG, you're an OC, original clown. Like, like, you should absolutely be correcting motherfuckers' mistakes that you either seen your generation make or that you made yourself. You know what I mean? Like, correct that shit.
That's the realest talk, because the most likely in those cases, those same dudes are like, yo, you know what? You don't need to handle. They lost someone themselves 20 years ago. They already been through the same pain. They already been through the same type of anguish. So you should be trying to steer these young cats away from that. You know what I mean?
And the violence is coming from everyone. I heard one of the stupidest statements earlier this week, and I went off to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to talk to this person right now, because it's just going to be a back and forth, and it's just going to get ugly. I think the statement was, it's us American men that are out here causing all the, the ruckus out here, and I'm just like, no, it's everybody.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. The American men are causing the violence. I don't understand what that.
Well, it was
as
more probably because it all went surrounded. I guess because after Asia was shot and whatnot. I guess the talk was, well, and we plan on doing carnival out here, out in the open while all this violence basically is going on. And I think, my whole thought was, my whole response back to that was, yeah, carnival could be, it could roll over into carnival. But, we had some people that didn't like that, because, they didn't want carnival canceled. And I don't want carnival canceled either, but you got to understand that when there's violence going on in these streets at all, like events like carnival, these things roll over into, because they know those guys are out there at carnival, and these are probably best chances of getting these people because they're out there probably celebrating and whatever. But there's a lot of innocent people out there also,
right?
Like Asia, for instance.
99% of the people are innocent people out there.
Yeah.
They just out there to dance, have a good time, eat a beef patty, you know what I mean, enjoy the weather. But, listen, guys, we lived in Boston all of our lives, right? Obviously, I just recently moved out of there, but there was carnival. I don't like to say it because it may sound away, but somebody was always getting shot at carnival.
Well, yeah, every
right?
year.
Every year. It got to the point where we're just like, yo, look, we're not going to carnival no more.
Nope.
Or if you're going to go, we went there at 10 o'clock in the morning, right after Juve, and got the fuck out of there by lunchtime.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was how we did it. You know what I mean? Because it was clockwork. We got home from carnival, yo, you heard somebody got every time. Little, I'm not going to tell you, I lost a homie down there.
Yeah, we definitely did. Definitely did. Dorchester High.
Someone got shot right in front of me at carnival twice.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And it's not an indication on carnival. It's the gathering of all those people at the same time, where this dude got a problem with some dude on the other side, and logic is lost. No one gives a fuck about their 12-year-old and their beef pie. They just start shooting everywhere, and it's always some stupid shit. So, in order for you to nip that in the bud, maybe it is. Well, let's get rid of carnival for a little while.
See,
now,
people got to stop taking it personal, like we're attacking carnival. It's not carnival.
Not that.
It's the idiots that come to carnival and fuck it up for everyone else that we're attacking. Like, stay y'all asses home. If y'all are that fucking miserable, stay y'all asses home or fucking tongue kiss a light socket. Something. Get the fuck out of here.
The stuff he comes up with, boy.
I don't know. Your Payne's imagination is spectacular. But it's like, I guess from their side of the table, it's like, well, and this might have been where you was talking about it earlier, Little. It's like, why can Americans have house parties and all this kind of shit they're doing down in Mattapan? Why can you guys do that? But when we want to have a party, it's like, nah, shut down the party. Like, I guess that would be the logic from this side of the table, right?
Probably.
I guess, yeah.
And it's a fair assessment. So I mean, I definitely understand the argument.
Yeah.
I think the only difference is, one's more public and, the other is less public. So, you have a house party, you don't have to go through, the painstaking details of, permits and this and that and all of that. So when you get into the public side of things, now you got to consider all of that. And because you have to consider all that, now you have state and town officials kind of keeping an eye on what you're doing. So they're always going to, lump our community together. So, it's like A plus B equals C. So it's like, okay, that happened there, then it can happen here. But you got to be a little logical and kind of be a little bit more proactive and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, until we get these guys off the street, this is going to be a risk here. So not to say you cancel it and you get rid of it, but how do you minimize the risk? You know what I mean? Like, how can you do both? How can you have these events safely with everybody so that they can enjoy themselves and minimize, the unnecessary drama that usually comes to these events?
It's interesting because last week we just celebrated Save Our Streets, right? And the gigantic tournament they had. And again, from the carnival side of the world, it's y'all just had a basketball tournament with 1,000 people out there, right? But when we want to have carnival, it's all no, carnival brings drama. I like to be consistent, so I don't feel like we're being consistent here. That's all. Now, is it because of carnival's history? I think that's what's in my head.
I don't know if it's the history.
Have a history of balance.
No, it's the type of event.
No, Carnival stretches from a certain distance in Roxbury all the way out to Mattapan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So you're going through different towns, and there's a lot of different gang activity in a lot of those different towns. Now, Save Our Streets is a little bit different. Save Our Streets is one area, the Timothy, and they have enough security to kind of house that event. Carnival, we don't have enough to house that event, I don't think. We don't have enough security out there for that. I mean,
you can never have enough security. You can never have enough security for those type of events because of how
big it is,
how wide open it is. Like you have a controlled environment, you can cover, you can block it off, or you can isolate it. So when you have a moving, parade.
Yeah, there's so many.
How do you keep up with that? Because now you're not. It's not a controlled environment anymore. Because now you have cross streets and people coming in and out. So there's no way to solve for that.
So what's the difference between Carnival and Dorchester Day Parade? When they go right up and down Dorchester Ave, and it's almost just about maybe almost as much the same distance.
Difference is the type of event. Like I don't think Carnival is a parade. Sure, there's a parade aspect to it, but it's not your typical parade. I wouldn't compare it to Dorchester Day Parade in that sense, but like it's more of a, and I don't want to misspeak because I'm not from that ilk necessarily, but that's more of a celebration. It's a party. It's you're expressing yourself. It's, I mean, I'm not sure what Dorchester Day Parade is supposed to do, but
I mean, it's the same thing to me. I mean, I used to live right there, so to me, it's other than the race of people, I don't.
You know what? To go back to your point, you just finished saying that Carnival spans 3 different towns. Dorchester Day is in Dorchester. You don't got to worry about Roxbury and Mattapan because it's a controlled environment. That's almost like Save Our Streets.
But the distance of the Dorchester Day Parade, that's from Ashmont all the way down to almost South Boston.
It's still a controlled environment. It's not crossing towns where you have different. You know what I mean?
That's not Gang Alley either.
Yeah.
Where the carnival goes, you pass Intervale, you pass Castlegate, you're right near Franklin Hill, and up the street from Franklin Field. Greenwood's right down the street.
Yeah.
Like it's like Gang Alley, you know what I mean? So it's like, and H Block ain't too far from it either.
Yeah.
And it runs right through Mattapan Square, doesn't it? Or ends in Mattapan Square, doesn't it?
It used to at one time.
It ends up at the zoo now.
Yeah.
It ends at the zoo?
Yeah, they keep cutting it smaller and smaller. It used to, I remember it used to go to Mattapan at one time.
Yeah, it used to end in Mattapan Square. It used to start at the zoo and end in Mattapan Square.
No,
we used to start down 1850 and go all the way up to Mattapan.
Yeah, it was coming
back
up
when I was young.
Was it Seaver or Blue Hill was coming up? I thought it was coming down Seaver to Blue Hill. It went all the way down Blue Hill.
It used to come from Latin Academy, I thought. Always down by Latin Academy. Like
really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, at one point.
I saw it from there. So, I mean, again, I think we have to be careful of that because there might be some business ties that somebody might have who, I'm not sure who you talked to about it, but there might be some business opportunities there. And
possibly.
You don't want to mess up people's money in terms of trying to advertise for that, or permitting costs money. And so I don't know what the other side of the table would look like. But I guess I hope that the safety of the 99% is also at the top of everybody's list when they're discussing Carnival. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right, let's get out of here, man, because we went to overtime. But again, Payne, and I told you this before, I think it was important to talk about it. You know what I mean? I think it was important to get that out there and kind of.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Aisha, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Sparring Minds next week. Season finale. Don't miss it. We got you. We out of here.
Sure.
Peace.